Hey, hi, my lovely YouTube family. How are you doing? Rami, thank you so much. It's really great to be back. And I'm still not 100%, but I would say that I'm a good 70%, which is not so bad. So, hi, Sudha. Thank you guys for joining me today. Um, so, हुआ ये कि ever since I told everybody about my breast cancer, फर्स्ट थिंग वाज दैट आप लोगों ने बहुत सारे मुझे मैसेजेस भेजे, बहुत सारी गुड विशेस भेजी. आई एक्सेप्टेड ऑल ऑफ देम. And even though I may not have been able to reply to every single message that I got and every single comment that I got on my posts, please trust me when I say I have read every single one of them. बहुत से लोगों ने बोला कि मैं बहुत स्ट्रांग हूँ और बहुत करेजियस हूँ, बहुत ब्रेव हूँ, मैं आई एम रियली फेसिंग इट इन अ पॉजिटिव वे एंड ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स. But I want to say that there are some things which we don't really have a choice with, and I think cancer is definitely one of them. So बहुत से ऐसे सब चीजें हैं जो मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ. बहुत सी ऐसे बहुत से ऐसे सवाल हैं जो आप लोगों ने मुझसे पूछे हैं और आप उन सब का जवाब चाहते हैं. So I'm specially doing this live so that I can connect with every one of you and understand what are the questions. Yes, yes, Apeksha, yes. Yes, I'm going to be taking all the questions and thank you so much for also on the community post जिसमें live की announcement की गई थी उसमें भी आप लोगों ने बहुत सारे questions लिख के भेजे हैं, बहुत सारे questions मेरे vlogs पर लिख कर भेजे हैं. So my team has compiled some questions here for me which are the most commonly asked. I'm going to answer all of them today. और उसके अलावा भी अगर आपके पास कोई questions हैं तो please Abdullah Super Gamer and Art Tabisha, okay. Okay, so please वो सवाल मुझसे जरूर पूछिए and I will try my best to answer all your questions. Before we start with the questions, I also want to say one thing. एक चीज कहना चाहती हूँ. Please be kind. Don't ask me any personal questions. कुछ ऐसे सवाल हैं जिनका जवाब देना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है इंसान के लिए, especially for a person who's struggling with cancer. No matter how positive you are and no matter how bravely you fight it, there are some things which are very, very personal to the person who is suffering from cancer. So similarly, there are a lot of questions which I may not be comfortable answering. The reason why I'm sharing everything on social media is primarily because when I was diagnosed with cancer, I literally had no idea कि ये क्या होता है, क्यों होता है. मेरे दिमाग में बहुत सारे ऐसे सवाल उठे और मैंने काफी रिसर्च किया एंड आई थॉट किसी भी सेलिब्रिटी ने अपनी कैंसर जर्नी के बारे में इतनी डिटेल में शेयर नहीं किया है. अगर किया होता, देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल दैट आई लुक अप टू and they fought cancer so bravely, you know. I felt that although I'm no expert because cancer एक ऐसी चीज है जो बहुत डिफरेंट होता है. जस्ट बिकॉज आई हैव ब्रेस्ट कैंसर somebody else has breast cancer doesn't mean the two cancers are the same. बहुत डिफरेंट होता है. हर जर्नी डिफरेंट होती है, हर कैंसर डिफरेंट होता है, हर ट्रीटमेंट डिफरेंट होता है. बट आई थॉट दैट आई जस्ट वांट टू शेयर माय ओन जर्नी विद एवरीबडी एंड इफ आई कैन हेल्प एनीबडी आउट देयर, इवन one or two people out there, I think it makes a lot of difference because it is a difficult thing to deal with. And if I can make it a little easier for somebody, then why not? Right? Okay. Um, एक और चीज मैं कहने वाली थी. हाँ, this is it. So, ओके, आप में से बहुत से लोग ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि आपकी ये किसने बोला? अब्दुल्ला तबीशा, राइट? आपकी मॉम को ब्रेस्ट कैंसर हुआ है. यस, ऑफ कोर्स आई प्रे फॉर एवरीबडी हु हैज कैंसर. आई प्रे फॉर एवरीबडी हु हैज अदर प्रॉब्लम्स. आई प्रे फॉर एवरीबडीज पीस ऑफ माइंड. आई होप सबकी बीमारी भी ठीक हो. आई होप सबका सबका इमोशनल जो एक बैलेंस है वो बना रहे सबको. मेंटली आई प्रे दैट गॉड गिव्स एवरीबडी strength. So this is a question that a lot of people asked me. Ki, what were the symptoms that you noticed in your body? So again, हाँ, this was the second thing I wanted to talk about, which is एक तो मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि कैंसर होता क्या है. दूसरा मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि इस सवाल का जवाब नहीं पता था कि पता कैसे चलेगा कि आपको कैंसर हो गया है। मतलब मैं रात को सोने गई तो हेल्दी थी, सुबह उठी तो रिपोर्ट में था कि भैया आपको तो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर हो गया है। सो व्हाट इज इट दैट चेंज्ड, राइट? और ऐसा तो है नहीं कि जब कैंसर होगा तो सडनली आपको पता चल जाएगा कि नहीं, समथिंग इज डिफरेंट इन माय बॉडी टुडे, शायद मुझे कैंसर हो गया है। ऐसे नहीं होता है, विच इज व्हाई इट इज इम्पेरेटिव, यानी कि एब्सोल्युटली नेसेसरी कि all women, especially above the age of 40, should test themselves regularly for any lumps in their breasts, any lumps in their armpits. ये चीज मैंने नहीं की थी क्योंकि मुझे पता ही नहीं था, किसी ने बताया ही नहीं था, या शायद बताया था मैंने सुन के इग्नोर कर दिया था। अभी आप सुन रहे हो तो प्लीज इग्नोर मत करना। वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू टेस्ट योर सेल्फ। हाउ डू यू टेस्ट योर सेल्फ? वन इज with your own hands, you do a self examination and touch your breasts and feel if there are any lumps that you can feel which were not there earlier. और दूसरा है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, आप सीधा सीधा एक कैंसर स्पेशलिस्ट के पास चले जाइए, नॉट योर गायनैक, नॉट योर रेगुलर गायनैक मे बी, बट अ कैंसर स्पेशलिस्ट विल टेल यू, विल चेक यू, यू नो, यू डू योर मैनुअल एग्जामिनेशन एंड टेल यू कि सब ठीक है कि नहीं है, कोई और फर्दर टेस्ट की जरूरत है कि नहीं है। ओके, इन माय केस जब मेरा लंप डिस्कवर हुआ था लिटरली बाय एक्सीडेंट, no thanks to my own doings. When my lump was discovered and when I actually touched it, I realized it was so big. I realized इतना बड़ा lump था और वो बिल्कुल outside था, मतलब it was very close to the surface of my breast and I had not noticed it. That was so stupid. So it's very important कि आप अपना खुद का manual examination करते रहो ताकि अगर ऐसा कुछ आपके साथ हो तो आप भी उसको timely figure out कर सको. So what happened with me was कि symptoms कुछ नहीं थे मेरी body में. Now a lot of you who follow me also know that I'm a gym freak. मैं hardcore workouts करती हूँ. I enjoy my workouts. I enjoy my gym time. The gym is my happy place. So I was doing a pull up on leg day, which is not advisable because बिना वार्म अप के आप पुल अप कर रहे हो. मैंने किया, एक ही पुल अप किया और मुझे कुछ चेस्ट में फील हुआ. आई फेल्ट लाइक there's been an injury in my chest. I went to get that injury checked and I take all my injuries very seriously. छोटे से छोटी कोई चीज होती है तो मैं डॉक्टर के पास जरूर जाती हूँ, एग्जामिन जरूर कराती हूँ अपने आप को, उसका इलाज जरूर कराती हूँ. You know, I am not foolish like that. I have full faith in doctors and I have some great doctors in my circle who have been with me for many years treating me for small and big problems. So I went to the doctor and the doctor said कि इंजरी तो कुछ नहीं है लेकिन आपके यहाँ क्या है ब्रेस्ट में, this lump, you should get it checked. I got an MRI done. The lump did not look good. I got an ultrasound done. It did not look good. And then I was told to get a biopsy done. Biopsy is basically एक injection मोटा सा होता है. They put it through your lump. They take out a piece of it and they send it to the lab to test for malignancy. यानी कि कैंसर है कि नहीं वो चेक कराने के लिए भेजा जाता है. और ऑफ कोर्स मेरी जब बायोप्सी की रिपोर्ट आई तो कैंसर वाज कंफर्म्ड. इट वाज स्टेज 2, ग्रेड 1-2 lump in my breast. Um, also want to say बहुत से लोगों ने मुझे मैसेजेस में पूछा है कि मेरी ब्रेस्ट में एक लंप है, मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा है, मैं क्या करूँ, मैं क्या करूँ? एक तो सबसे पहले तो आप मुझसे मत कहिए ये चीज़, डॉक्टर से कहिए. और सेकंड चीज़, डरने से क्या होगा यार? डरने से तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कैंसर होगा तो नहीं होगा, राइट? तो सेकंड चीज़ जो इम्पोर्टेंट है वो ये है कि आप डरिए मत. और थर्ड चीज़ है, जल्दी आपको लंप मिल गया है, दिखवा लो यार, पता करा लो क्या है, कोई ट्रीटमेंट अगर आपको कराना पड़ेगा कैंसर का तो आप जल्दी शुरू कराओ ताकि आप जल्दी ठीक हो जाओ. सो दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. डरने का तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं है बिकॉज़ इट्स एब्सोल्युटली फ्यूटाइल, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होता. ओके, हाउ डिड माय किड्स रिएक्ट आफ्टर नोइंग दिस? ये भी बहुत से लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा. सो सी, अरहम तो अभी 3 साल का भी हुआ नहीं है, छोटा है. वो 3 साल का हो जाएगा इस फ्राइडे को, 13th of May he'll turn 3. So he's really small right now. He doesn't understand anything. उसको सिर्फ इतना समझ में आता है कि मम्मा के हाथ में चोट लगी है, मम्मा हाथ उठा नहीं पा रही है, इसलिए मुझे गोदी नहीं ले सकती. बट ही इज ओके विद द फैक्ट कि मम्मा हग कर रही है. टाइट हग ही नहीं मिल सकती अभी, लेकिन धीरे से मैं लेफ्ट साइड से जाके हग कर सकता हूँ. ही इज वेरी हैप्पी विद इट. ही इज गॉट उनकी छोटी छोटी डिमांड्स होते हैं, उनकी छोटी छोटी डिमांड्स पूरे हो जाएं तो वो लोग खुश रहते हैं. बट अलीजा, yes, that was a different story. She's 9 years old. She understands that cancer is something which is, you know, the C word. She understands that it's something which is not so great. And when I told her that I have it, she was not happy. She was crying. but I explained to her just the way I feel, just the way I feel it is. I explained to her, I told her कि कुछ नहीं है, it's a disease, it's a problem, but it is not a problem which doesn't have a solution. And she's seen me go through back injuries. She's seen me go through a C-section. She's seen me go through, emotional meltdowns. A lot of times as a mother, you just break down and cry. She's seen me go through all that. What she has seen is कि जब भी ऐसे downer कोई situation होती है, there is always a comeback from it. So I told her just the way मैं हॉस्पिटल गई थी, मेरा सी सेक्शन हुआ था, स्टमक को काटा गया था और उसमें से बेबी निकाला गया था, फिर मैं रिकवर हो गई थी आफ्टर अ फ्यू वीक्स, वैसे ही मैं हॉस्पिटल जाऊंगी, ब्रेस्ट को काटा जाएगा, उसमें से लंप निकाला जाएगा, and then I'll recover. So it is just that. Then there is some treatment, radiation, या जो भी treatment. I didn't explain to her in great detail because she wouldn't understand. But I told her जो भी treatment है, doctor वो treatment कर देंगे, and mama is going to be absolutely fine. And before you know it, I will be back in the gym and I will be back shouting and screaming at you to clean your room, you know. So it's all just as normal as that. And if you ask me, it is as normal as that. It is as difficult as you make it out to be in your head. Like, I know right now that my hand is extremely painful. It's been exactly 2 weeks to the surgery today. My hand is painful, but I'm very happy that I'm able to lift it so high because 2 हफ्ते पहले तो वो उठ ही नहीं रहा था. And I'm very happy that I can lift around with my left hand. There's progress. I'm very happy that I'm sitting in office today. 2 हफ्ते पहले आज मैं इस टाइम पे मेरी सर्जरी चल रही थी. I was under anesthesia at this time last Monday. So, thanking God for small mercies and thanking God that I'm showing progress. As long as there's a little progress, also every day, it is progress. So, like, big thanks to God and big thanks to the universe for that. How did you handle the situation? I think you can pretty much tell from my posts that I'm not somebody to cry and crib too much. I'm emotional. I'm a very emotional person. So I do cry a little, but that crying is not because oh God, अब क्या हो गया मेरे साथ क्यों हो गया? It's not a bichargi wali crying. It's just a crying which happens because of getting overwhelmed with what's happening around me, what's happening with me. And sometimes I get overwhelmed with the beautiful messages that you people send me. Sometimes I get very overwhelmed with the love that I received. Sometimes I get overwhelmed when I can lift my hand a little higher. I get so overwhelmed with happiness. And when I got out of my surgery, I was crying with happiness that my surgery went well. I was thanking the universe for it. So I cry, but my crying, my tears are not tears of self-pity ever. So I'm a strong person, but more importantly, I'm a very positive person. I know when there's a problem, there is always a solution. And बहुत से लोग हैं इस दुनिया में जो बहुत सी problems के साथ जीते हैं. There are a lot of conditions which are lifelong. People manage those conditions, and so can I. If somebody else can, so can I. That's just the way I handle it. What was Mohit's reaction? Mohit, I think, has been the pillar of my strength through all this. And of course, I still remember when first time I was taking a walk when the doctor called me. That call which you're not waiting for came, and he said, "Chhavi, can I see you in my clinic tomorrow?" And I asked him, Doc, do I have cancer? And he said, yeah, 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 don't worry. We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. I said, ठीक है, मैं आती हूँ. I went back home and I told Mohit, I told him, okay, the biopsy report has come. And yeah, sorry, I was reading the comments. I told him the biopsy report has come and it's confirmed. Obviously, he looked really shocked and his eyes became wet, and so did mine when I saw his face. And then, we both took like 5 minutes. We held hands and we took 5 minutes for it to sink in for both of us. And then I left him to process it and I went out in the balcony and I made some calls. I realized कि ठीक है, ये now this is a fact. See, when एक होता है the fear of the unknown. I think the fear of the unknown is far more than the fear of the known. तो जब बायोप्सी की रिपोर्ट नहीं आई थी और पता नहीं था कि कैंसर है या नहीं है, that time I was far more scared than I was when I actually got to know कि कैंसर है. Because I knew कि कैंसर है, and उसका एक solution भी है. Now I need to get my facts right. I need to understand what is it and how do cancer survivors fight it. So I made a few calls. I spoke to doctors, I spoke to plastic surgeons, I spoke to some cancer survivors, I spoke to some friends, I told people and I discussed it and I understood कि ठीक है, it's all manageable and I don't have to lose heart. I just have to take one step at a time. And the first step is going and meeting my doctor the next day. So that is exactly what I did. But at every point, matlab, I'm somebody who cracks a lot of jokes in real life. I always make fun in any situation. I try to make a situation light, no matter how grave it is. And my jokes are sometimes very silly. A lot of people don't get my sense of humor, and I'm very happy that Mohit has the same kind of sense of humor, and he was able to share my jokes. He was able to laugh at them, and he was able to crack some amazing jokes of his own and make me laugh. And I think together we have gone through the surgery together. I mean, I would say कि जितनी जितनी physical तकलीफ मैंने सही है उतनी ही उसने भी जरूर सही है, because he was managing office, he was managing home, he was managing the sick person in the hospital, and he did not leave my side even for a minute. For the whole 1 week that I was in the hospital, he was by my side. He only went down to do formalities, and unless, or if I told him to go get me a coffee from Starbucks, he would go down for that. So can't do anything without him. I mean, I think it's one of the most important things to have sensitive people around you, people who care for you. And thankfully, I've also been blessed with amazing friends. There have been some friends who really stuck with me. My sister, my cousin sister, my some of my very very close friends who came to the hospital, met me, and did things to pamper me. It all makes a lot of difference. So जो लोग आपको भी मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ कि आप में से जो कैंसर पेशेंट्स के केयर गिवर्स हैं, try to make it light and try to do what they want you to do. Try to do little things to make them happy and smile. That goes a long way in fighting the disease, because a lot of it is mental struggle and emotional struggle. Okay, what is the reason for women getting breast cancer? Is there any precaution to be taken to avoid this? Unfortunately, there's no precaution that you can take, and there is literally no reason for why somebody gets breast cancer and somebody doesn't. At least not in medical science. और प्रिकॉशन तो आप सिर्फ इतना ही ले सकते हो कि टाइमली अपने चेकअप्स कराओ. इफ यू आर लेस देन 40, then maybe once a year. If you're 40 plus, then 6 months, every 6 months you get yourself tested. मैमोग्राम तो करा ही सकते हो आप. उससे पता चल जाता है कैंसर है कि नहीं है, बिकॉज जितनी जल्दी, बेसिकली द सर्वाइवल रेट ऑफ कैंसर इज 100% इफ डिटेक्टेड अर्ली. यू हैव टू डिटेक्ट इट इन टाइम. दैट इज important. And reason, so I've been thinking a lot about it. Okay, now you take up so let's say 100 women hai. Okay, 100. I'm 41 years old. I have two kids. I breastfed both my kids. I have no family history of breast cancer. Let's say 100 women who are like me, 41 years old, two kids, no history of breast cancer, and breastfed both their babies. Okay, everything is positive, which actually, yes, it is hereditary. It could be hereditary. No, it's not hereditary, but your chances of getting breast cancer are more if somebody in your family had it. So if I've had breast cancer, chances of my daughter getting it are more. So we have to be extra careful for her, right? Okay, so what was I saying? कि let's say 100 महिलाओं का हम ग्रुप बनाते हैं जो सब मेरी तरह है, 41 years old, दो बच्चे हैं, breast fed both their babies, and 10 of them got cancer, 90 of them didn't. So what are these 10 women doing differently that these 90 women are not, right? वो चीज फिगर आउट करनी है. तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरी लाइफ में क्या क्या चीजें हैं जो कैंसर, मेरे बॉडी के अंदर कुछ ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट है जो कैंसर के लिए कंड्यूसिव है, मतलब कैंसर सेल्स को अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट मिल रहा है मेरी बॉडी के अंदर, जो बाकी के similar women की bodies में नहीं मिल रहा है. So basically a little bit of lifestyle change goes a long way. Once you get cancer, lifestyle change is very important. So, cutting out dairy from your diet, cutting out white sugar from your diet. What else am I doing wrong? Stress, a lot of stress. So doing more things which give your soul happiness, like going down to the salon from the hospital and getting a shampoo, you know, or going out, leaving a meeting and going out and getting a coffee. I'm just giving random examples. Whatever makes your soul happy to reduce your stress, that is important. और डाइट में ऐसी क्या चीज़ें हैं जो मैं गलत कर रही हूँ? Maybe I was eating a lot of processed foods like with preservatives, processed food आप जो भी खाओगे, anything that comes out of a packet, no matter how organic it is processed because otherwise fresh होगा तो एक दिन में खराब हो जाएगा। खराब नहीं हो रहा है मतलब प्रिजर्वेटिव्स हैं। वो प्रिजर्वेटिव्स आपकी बॉडी में भी जा रहे हैं। यानी कि वो जो डब्बे में खाना आपने जो खाया, वो आपकी बॉडी में जाकर भी उतने ही टाइम तक प्रिजर्व हो सकता है जितना कि वो डब्बे के बाहर। सो दैट मच मोर योर बॉडी इज वर्किंग टू डाइजेस्ट दैट फूड व्हिच इज व्हाई आई एब्सोल्युटली डोंट promote any kind of packaged food. फिर भी इंसान थोड़ा you end up eating a little bit because केचप कैसे अवॉइड करोगे? बटर खा लेते हो आप, घी भी आजकल डब्बों में आता है, तो कितना आप अवॉइड करोगे? प्लस how organic are the organic vegetables that you're eating, or how hormone free is the non-veg food that you're eating? There's so many things. But as somebody who has cancer, I think that is one big change that I'm making in my life is that I'm trying to be more mindful of uh, better food that I consume. Okay. Now, how do you feel after the surgery? After the surgery, I feel great that I don't have cancer anymore. At least not for the moment. Uh, मतलब जो भी yeah, I feel a lot of tightness where the stitches are. I mean, I'm saying this. Yeah, physiotherapy is help me and save me going forward because the more the mobility increases, the lesser the pain and the lesser the chances of lymphedema, जो सारी swelling हो जाती है। अभी तो सब कुछ मतलब पूरा swollen up है, काफी तकलीफ है, but it's all going to be fine. And no, Chavi, will you undergo chemotherapy? No, thankfully, I will not be going. I'm so sorry. There was a power. My Wi-Fi just stopped. That's why I was on airplane mode, so network se connect nahi hua. I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Okay. Uh, so basically, rest. What kind of surgery did, and it's a very personal question. It's really personal. It's perspective. So please don't ask me that question. Then, to say before, मेरे को तो सर्जरी से बड़ी पेन हुई. Please don't say all these things to a cancer patient because that cancer patient will have his or her own journey, and don't say कि ये कर लो, आप ये करना, ये has to make their own journey is not good. Okay, so okay, I'm also seeing a lot of the questions being repeated here. एक बार आप प्लीज पूरा लाइव देख लीजिए अगर आपने अभी ज्वाइन किया है. मैंने सारे क्वेश्चंस का जवाब दे दिया है ऑलमोस्ट. उसके अलावा भी अगर कोई क्वेश्चन मैंने मिस किया है तो प्लीज मुझे कमेंट्स में छोड़ दीजिए. आई एम गोइंग टू साइन आउट नाउ बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ नेटवर्क इशू हैपनिंग एंड आई प्रॉमिस टू कम बैक लाइव अगेन sometime next week. Thank you so much. I promise to come back live again sometime next week. Thank you so much for your wishes. Please keep sending me your lovely wishes. I mean, it literally makes my day when I read amazing messages. Thank you so much for that. And if you are struggling with cancer the way I am, let's just cut out the word struggle from our journey. Let's just make it happy and positive. That is most important. And if you're struggling with anything in life, again, just cut out the word struggle from it. Let's just make it happy and positive. कोई जरूरी नहीं है एक जर्नी को डिफिकल्ट बनाना. जो है वो है. ये जर्नी ऐसे इस रास्ते से जाएगी, आपकी जर्नी तो वो इस रास्ते से जाएगी. आपको इस रास्ते को बहुत डिफिकल्ट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है अपने आप को बोल बोल के. जस्ट मेक इट हैप्पी, make it fun as you go along, and that's exactly what I do. I know that this is a phase and it's going to take a few more months and then everything is going to be behind me, and I'm looking forward to the part where everything is behind me. So while it lasts, I'm just going to go with the flow. Thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. This is me signing out. Love and peace from me to you.